Well, Police Minister Bheki has given an update on lockdown regulations in Cape Town, where one person, we're told, has already been arrested for spreading fake news on social media. Watching that story for us is ENCA reporter Ronald Masinda, who joins us now live from Belleville. And Ronald, so I was talking about the arrest of this one person for spreading fake news. Last night there was an update on more arrests countrywide. Is this the only arrest now in Cape Town?
Well, that's the only one confirmed due to circulation of these videos, Tembekile. But Police Minister Bheki strongly denying any form of police brutality since the start of the national lockdown. He says that a lot of the videos that have been circulating since yesterday are videos from years gone by, and that the police have really been doing their job. That's despite a lot of the footage that we've seen. In fact, even today, some people being shot with rubber bullets standing in the line in Johannesburg. So people really still up in arms, given that they don't know how to actually go about their daily chores or work, given that this lockdown is really giving a lot of people so much anxiety. They don't know, a lot of them saying that we visited actually today, saying that this lockdown has come too soon. They were not prepared for this. The story is one of the stories that Bheki will be touching on here in Cape Town will be the issue of shebeens that are opening. A lot of people are saying that this is the reason why this COVID-19 will spread, because people are not complying with some of those practices that they need to do in order to prevent this virus. So Bheki confident that the national lockdown will be a success. He says the Western Cape has the most arrests so far. Around 255 arrests have been made for various crimes. And you also mentioned that today you will be addressing this issue of taverns. But let's take a listen further, Tembekile, to what he had to say on the issue of these fake videos.
There is one boy that was arrested yesterday. He was on social media calling that there is nothing called Corolla here. He's at Temba police station now in the cell, arrested. So if you go to the social media, go with fake news and all that, we won't spare you, we'll take you.
What is the agreement then, Ronald, or commitment between the police minister and people in Belleville where you are about managing, in particular, the worry around the social distancing requirements and the large numbers of people who we've seen gathered outside supermarkets and the like?
I think the biggest concern at this stage is the townships of the Western Cape. It seems they are the hardest hit because a lot of people living in the townships, they have to travel to long distances to go to malls, and when they reach there, they want to really get in as much groceries as possible. And some of the things that Bheki has said is that they will try and speak to people directly and say this is the requirements that are needed during this lockdown. We don't want to see thousands of people at malls. He also mentioned that some big stores are actually trying to get away with selling alcohol during this time. He made mention of a store in the Northern Cape where an arrest has been made of a restaurant person selling alcohol, trying to sell alcohol to people behind a lot of companies' back. So there's a lot of things that he wants to discover, especially also in Cape Town, given that some of the people who are selling alcohol have also been asked by community members in a story that we also did today that they have to keep their taverns open because people are really desperate to have alcohol. And remember, Tembekile, South Africa is one of the countries that has a large consumption of alcohol in terms of we have a lot of drinkers, one of the world's highest amount of drinkers. So Bheki will really have his work cut out. He said that in one place here in Khayelitsha, he made mention of it, that people dance around that place because it's such a popular place where a lot of people gather to go and have drinks and dance. And this is one of the areas where he will be going with the police to check actually what seems to be the problem. Why are people not staying at home during this time, this crisis in South Africa's history?
ENCA reporter Ronald Masinda in Belleville, Cape Town.